Well, hello, welcome again to our reading of selections from Plato's Symposium, and I got up to this section here, which is just before 185, and this is the end of the speech of Pausanias. And Pausanias has been trying to expound or to explain what was the popular culture at Athens, and trying to see what acts, what behaviours are noble and what behaviours are iskros. So he continues on here, agar tis eraste hos plusio, plutu henica charisamenos, ex epathetheae kai me laboi cremata, anaphenontos tu erastu penetos, huto heton iskron. So he says here that if someone, and this will be referring here to an eromenos, to a beloved, gratifying a lover on the condition that they are wealthy, so it's hos plus the plusio dative agreeing with eraste, so as to a wealthy man, and then henica comes after the word it connects with, so it's henica plestu. So for the sake of wealth, if he might be deceived, aorist passive optative from ex apatao, and he might not receive the money, again an optative here from Lambano, we get a genitive absolute, anaphenentos to erastu penetos, the lover appearing to be in fact a poor man. So when it appears that the lover is not wealthy, he's a poor man, uden haeton iskron, it is no less iskros, no less disgraceful. So just to quickly paraphrase that a bit, so if someone who is gratifying a lover on the condition that they're wealthy, for the sake of wealth, if he might be deceived and does not receive the money, since it turns out that, or it appears that the lover was a poor man, this is no less disgraceful. Doke ga hot toi utos, toke hautu, notice the breathing here, epideixai, hoti henica crematon, hotiun an hotoiun, hup era toi. For hot toi utos, for such a man, now it's epideixai after doke, so for such a man seems to epideixai, it's really to reveal or to show, toge how to, literally the thing in fact of himself. So it's perhaps a rather compact way of saying his own true nature. For such a man seems to reveal or to show his own true nature, and this is referring to the hot toiutos, is referring to the beloved, because for the sake of money, and notice we get a reversal here, normally we have henica following the genitive, here it's before it, just variation I think, because for this or that, for the sake of money, hup retoi, this is an optative again from hup retio, the word we had before, to serve, almost to service in the modern sense. So he would do any service to anyone. So he's revealed his true nature, that he would do anything to anyone for the sake of money. Tuto de u kalon, and this is not noble. Kataton auton de logon kan tis hos agatho charisamenos kai hutos hos amenon esomenos diaten filiano erastu ex apathetheae anaphenentos ekenu kaku kai u kekte menu aretain hopos kale he apate. And so indeed, for the day here, according to the same reasoning, kan for I, kai ean, even if, sorry, kai an, and so even if someone gratifying as though to a man who is noble, so giving gratification to someone who perhaps seemed to be noble, and himself with hos plus a future participle, yeah, and he with the intention of becoming better through the friendship with the with the lover. So if he is deceived, anaphenontes kenu kaku, again genitive absolute, with the other, with that man, that is the lover, then turning out to be a kakos, turning out to be base, and not possessing arete, so again genitive with the akenu here, and not possessing virtue, homos, nevertheless, the deceit, aparte, is kale, is noble. The tricky that bit, I'll just do that bit again quickly here, so that by the same reasoning then, if someone, having given gratification on the grounds that the person is noble, and he himself, that is the beloved, being about to become better through his friendship with the lover, if he is deceived, and it turns out that that man is base and does not possess virtue, nevertheless the deceit is noble. Doke ga au kai hutos tok kath hauton dede lo kenai, for it seems moreover that this one, this is the beloved, to have revealed, tok kathauton, notice again the breathing, to have something like revealed his own nature, that on account of virtue, that in fact on account of virtue, and we get 2 plus the infinitive for purpose, so as to become beltion, comparative, so as to become better, he is keen, understand, to do pan anything for anyone. Tutot de au, this is moreover the most noble of all things. Now this always strikes me as rather odd, this and the next section here, because it does view, it is a rather transactional view of sexual love. So the beloved will give gratification if he thinks he's going to be made better, and even if he is deceived in that, it doesn't matter, because the intention of the beloved was to increase in their arete. And he continues on with this, huto pan pantos ge kalon aretes gehenika charidzesthai. Let's move up a bit here. Thus, now we get this pan and pantos. It's meant to be have a certain jingle to it here. Pantos is something like by all means, and then the pan I think goes with the kalon. By all means, in fact, it is completely noble to give gratification on account, in fact, of virtue. We get a get with both places here to really emphasize it. So again, this is a very transactional view of sexual love, that if you're giving gratification simply for the sake of improving your own virtue, then this is quite noble. It's a fairly, I think, odd argument, but that's what Pausanias is putting forth here. Hutos estin hotes uranias theou eros. This is, the hot goes with the eros, this is the love of the heavenly goddess. Remember earlier Pausanias began by saying there are 2 Aphrodites, one heavenly and one common, and that leads to the existence of two eroses, one heavenly and one common or popular. So this is giving gratification for the sake of virtue. This is the heavenly love, or the love of the heavenly goddess. And now uranios is masculine, so again this is now referring back to eros. And the heavenly eros also is worthy of much. So it's just an expression meaning very important, both pole to the city, kai idiotais, and to private citizens. This is a first declension masculine noun, an idiotes, whence unfortunately we get the word idiot. An idiotes refers to a private citizen as opposed to public life. And then it came to mean an idiotes was someone who had nothing to do with public life, and thence we get our word idiot from it. So polein epimeleon anankasdon poies the pros araton ton erota auton hautu kaiton erominon. This is now the participle here is compelling, from anankasdo. It's a participle. So compelling, we've got a te and kai, but I'll hold that for the minute. So compelling the lover. Now poiesthai polein epimeleon. Well, it's something like to take much, literally to make for himself much care. So we would say, compelling the lover to take much care of himself with regard to virtue. So compelling so both he to take, so we've got auton and how to, this is of himself. So compelling the lover himself to take much care, how to of himself, that is how he behaves. And then also we get kaiton erominon, which means, and it also compelling also the beloved. So he's saying here that all of the above shows that the lover must show great care in regard to himself with regard to virtue, and it also compels the beloved to do so as well, I think is the sense of it there. Hoi de heteroi pantes tes heteras tes pandemu. All the others, so all the other loves, tes heteras means of the other sort, of probably belong to the other goddess, the popular goddess. So all other affairs belong to the to the other one, the popular love or the popular goddess, tes pandemu, the goddess of the love which is common or popular. Tautasoi ephe hos ectu parakrema hos phaedre peri erotos sum balamai. The sum balamai is often has the meaning to contribute. So O Phaedrus, he said, I contribute these things to you, peri erotas, regarding love, and then we get hos ectu parakrema, literally as from the spur of the moment, as from the now. So we would say off the cuff, so extempore. So these are the things I contribute off the cuff, O Phaedrus, to you, peri erotos, concerning love. And that is the end of the speech of Pausanias.